I'm Chef Sherry Ronning, and I am here again with another video for you on the Healthy Griddle cooking series. And I am going to be doing some scrambled eggs today. There's a lot of people talking about it. Do you like fluffy eggs? My husband just likes just eggs scrambled. He doesn't like anything extra in it. And, so in our house, I like the fluffy eggs. He likes just regular scrambled eggs. So I'm going to show you the difference. I'm going to make them all and give you a little preview of what the difference is between them and give you some tips maybe on making your own scrambled eggs. So let's get started. Want to give a shout out to a few people that have been watching. We've had from Alabama, we've had Florida, Illinois, Indiana, Vermont, we've had New Jersey. Where else? We've had a lot. Wyoming, Sandy from Wyoming, Joseph from Virginia. We've had my Uncle Larry, my Aunt Barb, my neighbor Debbie from just down the road here has been watching. I've had my blogging group, Kathy Hester, has been helping me an awful lot with getting these videos out to you guys and being able to stream. I'm streaming on YouTube Live, and then I'm also streaming in my Facebook groups. So I'm not sure where you're watching from, but if you're in my Facebook groups and you are watching me, I really want to know where you're from, even if it's from Manistee. I've had like several local people are watching, and just pipe in there. Just tell me Manistee or, local, just Michigan, where you're from, and just leave me a comment. If you're coming from Facebook, please write your name with it, because when I'm reading the comments off of this and it doesn't show your name, it just says Facebook user. So if, I really like to know who's on, who's talking to me, and just give me a little bit of a shout out. And I guess let's get started. So I have my griddle. I'm using the 17-inch electric griddle, and I'm using it obviously indoors here. If you were to use a gas griddle, you wouldn't be able to use it indoors, unless you have it vented properly. But I have my gas griddles outside. I have the 36-inch Blackstone gas griddle, and then I also have the 22-inch Blackstone gas griddle outside. But it's in Michigan. I don't know if you can see the snow. We got all the snow on the roof. What is the temperature today? Not quite 20. It's probably about 17, 18 degrees out right now. It's too cold for me to go out there. I'm a wuss. I don't like the cold. I know some of you guys really like cooking in the cold, and more power to you. I give you a lot of props for doing that. But I got this so I can cook inside, so I can do my griddle cooking, and I enjoy using the griddle. There's a lot. You can do breakfast, you can do lunch, you can do dinner, you can do appetizers, you can do snacks. And I'm even working on some drink recipes that you can do on the griddle. And I know some people are like, drinks, you can't do drinks. And I'll show you. I'm working on it. We're going to do some of those segments going to be coming up here. So let's get started. Just scrambled eggs on the griddle. It's real simple. I'm just using the cooking spray. And I know a lot of people ask about using the cooking spray on the gas griddles out there. Yes, you can do it. You can use it in a saute pan on the stove. This recipe is so versatile. You can do it on the stove. You can do it on the griddle here. You can do it on the outside griddle there. I just use the cooking spray when I'm doing this. You can use butter if you want. Butter, there's, great flavor, but it does have a tendency to burn. It gets brown butter, which is amazing flavor if you can get it at that point, but you just don't want the butter to burn. And I'm just using eggs. I have an assortment of different kind of eggs. You can use the farm fresh eggs. You can use the store-bought eggs. Both of them will work just fine. And then I'm using milk. So we're going to start with this one. This is just 2 eggs scrambled up in here. That's it. Nothing added to it. So this is 2 eggs scrambled with a splash of just milk. We use 2% milk. You can use any kind of milk if you want. So then this last one I have is 2 scrambled eggs, and I've got a splash of heavy whipping cream. So I'm going to show you, I'm going to start with just the scrambled eggs. But one thing I did forget is seasoning. Some people don't like seasoning. I like seasoning in my eggs. So I'm just going to grab, I'm just going to grab the salt and pepper. You can do the pepper grinders if you want. I just have these that I'm going to use. So I like to have my eggs seasoned when I'm cooking. And I usually add the seasoning in before I start. I like it kind of all the way through, and I just put it in the eggs beforehand. So we're going to do, I have the griddle preheated at 400 degrees. And this too, we may need to adjust the temperature, but on this, it has the control panel on the front, and it has the lines in it, and it tells me when it's coming up to temperature. So this is really nice. This electric griddle is that it lets you know, you set the temperature you want it, and it lets you know when it's ready, and it stays there. It's pretty consistent. That's one thing that I really like about this griddle, is it's pretty consistent with its temperature. So the only thing, you'll find hot spots. It's hotter in the middle and not so much on the outside. So you can use that to your advantage when you're cooking. But I'm just going to take and just spray. I'm just going to spray like the inside here, because we're going to be going pretty quickly with this. So this is just all 2 scrambled eggs with just some seasoning on it. You can hear the griddle, the hot. I'm going to see, I have not used this on the griddle. Normally I use this when I'm cooking, and this too is another thing. You want to do plastic when you're using this, because it's got a porcelain top. Outside you can use the metal. Different ways to scramble, I like to just kind of chop mine up and just move it around. And I like a soft scrambled. I guess you would call it a soft scrambled. I don't like it like browned and crispy. I like everything to be set. I like the whites, I like the yolks to be set. I don't like any runniness to it. And you could cook this however you would like, but that's how we're going to cook it. And look what did that take? Like a minute maybe? And I don't see any runniness to it. I've kind of been using this to kind of chop it up as I go. And that looks really, really good. I'm going to get it off the griddle, try to get it off of here kind of quickly. See, these eggs cook really quick. And this is a super, super healthy meal. Just eggs. A lot of people will just eat eggs. I grew up with eating eggs and hash browns and bacon and toast with it. And that's where you get the unhealthy part into it. And the cheese. Another thing was the cheese melted into it. For healthy, just scramble the egg and just eat the egg. And, you could fill up. You can have a few more of them. I'm actually going to, and I'm going to maybe use more towards the middle. So this one here, I'm going to make sure to add a little bit of salt and pepper. And this is with a little bit of splash of milk into it. I'm just going to, you hear that nice and sizzle. Is exactly what you want. And like this would be easy too. a lot of people will just take and push it around and just flip it, and it gives you a different texture to your egg versus how I did it earlier. But I'm going to continue with what I'm doing just so you can see the difference in the eggs in the final when it's all done. Look how easy this, and it's not, you notice it's not sticking to the griddle. And as you notice, my griddle is clean too. I've done a video on how to properly clean this, and you want to make sure that this griddle is cleaned properly and you don't have like old food residue on it, because then the eggs will stick to it. If there's leftover food or burnt stuff on here, it's gonna stick. So there you go. That's how quick that was. And they're a little bit fluffier. And you can tell the difference. You definitely can tell the difference. I'm going to show you a close-up once I get done with this, when I have all three of them done. Let's see. There we go. Okay, so a little bit of cooking spray. Now this is with the heavy whipping cream. We are doing the eggs. I got to add a little bit of seasoning to it, a little bit of salt, a little bit of pepper. Mix it up here. I'm looking at the temperature on the front here, and everything is all lit up, so I know that it's at the proper temperature. You want to hear, and that's perfect. You want that sizzle. You want to, and it will go over, that's fine. And if you're making a lot of eggs, you know, you may want to cover this up so it doesn't go down, because this has a tendency to go down the grease trap. Super quick, doesn't take very long to do this. I'm going to try to get close up here for you, like that, so you can see. And I'm using the spatula. I've got like this that I've got here, and I'm breaking up my egg. You know, you can leave it whole if you want. I like to just break it up, and so that it kind of cooks, I can get all of the runniness. I don't like runny. I am one of those that I don't like my eggs overcooked, but I like them. I can't stand to bite into an egg and have any slime to it. That's the ugh. Okay. Super quick. Look at that. And so the same amount of eggs in each one. We have 2 eggs in each one of these. Get them here. And so I don't know if you, I don't know if we could get, let me get closer here, the difference. But let's see, this is the eggs. Look at the fluffiness. Look at the difference in the fluffiness. All of them 2 eggs. They were all the same kind of eggs. I used these, so they're the same size, all the same size. And this here, the with the heavy whipping cream, is fluffier. It's got more fluff to it. So we have the, let me get close here. This is just 2 scrambled eggs. This is 2 scrambled eggs with milk, with a splash of milk, like a tablespoon of milk is about what I put in it. And then this is the scrambled eggs with the heavy whipping cream. So definitely a difference. You could see the difference in the size, and it might be hard to see with the camera, but it's obviously, when I'm looking at it, I can definitely see a difference in there. And I like the fluffy. I'm more, when I'm making this, I like fluffiness. So I'm going to try to take just a quick picture here I don't know if get this, and then I'm gonna try it and see like taste testing what the difference. There we go. I think that's a pretty good picture. Let me get that. There was an extra egg there. Make sure that doesn't show up. There we go. I think that's good. That is good. So the other day, I did fried eggs on the griddle. And if you didn't watch that, you're going to want to go back and watch that video, because I kind of gave you different fried egg options and how easy it is to cook a fried egg on here. It's completely different. When you make a fried egg, it's completely different than doing scrambled eggs. The techniques are different. You know, it's just, you get a completely different product, I should say, when you're done, when you scramble. But another thing too with this, and I'm going to just eat some of this because I know, I'm dropping it all over the place here. This is a kind of scrambled egg that I like. And you got to find, I don't know if you have ever watched Runaway Bride with Julia Roberts. It's one of my favorite. I love her movies, and I watched that several times, but in there they reference the eggs. And they talk about whoever she was with, she likes the eggs that they like. And so it's part of the storyline and stuff. But this is, you know, you can take these eggs too, you can like saute up some onions, some peppers, some mushrooms, some vegetables like broccoli or whatever, saute them up and then scramble your eggs into it. I've also done like little pieces of ham, done ham in there, or cooked sausage or cooked bacon. You can scramble up in there and make, you know, that, and that would give you a completely different egg if you do that. Add that other element to it. But this is something you got to try. Experiment with it and see what you come up with. This is my husband's type of egg that he likes, which is just 2 scrambled eggs, and it's different tasting. It's got a different mouthfeel. I like that with the heavy cream in it. And this isn't too bad. I've done this before too. Usually if I don't have heavy cream, I'll just do a splash of milk. But even you could tell the difference between the two of them. I can anyways. If you guys try this, leave a comment in the video here and tell me what you think. Show me pictures. If you scrambled up some of your eggs, show me yours. I'd like to see what you come up with in the different types. You know, maybe I've actually done, which maybe I might, water. I know like restaurants and stuff will scramble it and add water to it. And I've done it like that. And for me, I'm not as crazy about it. I like just the heavy cream in there and just a splash, just like between a teaspoon and a tablespoon, and will completely change your eggs. So I hope you guys like this video. I do have my cookbook recipes for the Blackstone Griddle. I don't have the scrambled egg recipes in there, but I do have an egg recipe in the breakfast section, which is a special egg. If you want to look at that, you can go on my website, FromMichiganToTheTable.com. It's on there. You can also go to mygriddlesecrets.com and you can find this. And also I have the digital version, so you can get it right away. If you buy the printed copy, you get the digital version for free. And every recipe in here has full color photo with it. Every single recipe. That is one thing that I hate when I get a cookbook and you get it and it's all printed stuff and I have no idea what the recipe should look like. So this is my special. I put a lot of hard work into that. I also have a course. If you're struggling with using your griddle, if you're not sure what you're supposed to do, or if you need help, I have a course that I've created, and that also gives you access to me for one-on-one for asking questions anytime you need. We can jump on a Zoom call. I will, walk you through whatever it is that you're having issue with or problem, and I am more than happy to help you. You can go to mygriddlesecrets.com. I have a My Griddle Secrets membership or a course that you can take, and it walks you through everything that you need to know about griddle cooking and about recipes. I have recipes that you can cook right alongside of me from start to finish, and you can cook and make a meal for your family. So I hope you enjoyed this video. What was it, 1 minute, maybe 2 minutes per egg recipe that we did. I hope you enjoyed this recipe, and we will see you guys later. Bye.